What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about the Sonic Memory SA500, a budget-friendly DAC amp that aims to deliver high-quality sound in a compact and stylish package. The SA500 is currently on sale, but it normally retails for $73. In this review, we'll find out if it can compete from established options from brands like Simgot, Hibby, and Moondrop. Before we get into the review, I want to give a quick disclaimer that my review unit was sent out to me by Shenzhen Audio. As always, I'm not being paid to make this review, and my thoughts and opinions are my own. Let's first talk briefly about what comes in the box. You get a plastic storage tub, which is a first for me in terms of unboxing experiences, a short ribbon-style USB-C to USB-C cable, a USB-C to Lightning cable, and a USB-C to USB-A adapter. This adapter does not contain active circuitry to prevent back power, so use it at your own risk. There's also a user manual and a set of air conditioner themed stickers in the box, which is pretty funny. The SA500 sports an aluminum chassis with a smooth matte white finish, giving it a premium feel despite its affordable price. The front panel features a 3.5mm single-ended headphone jack and a 4.4mm balanced output, while the back houses a female USB-C port and an LED indicator light. There's minimal branding on the top panel and independent volume controls on the side. Let's talk about power consumption and output next. Like I do in all of my Dongle DAC reviews, I measured the SA500's power consumption using a Clone 711 coupler microphone and a Wittern U2 USB power meter. I played a -10 dBV 1 kHz test tone in Room EQ Wizard through the Moondrop S8 and increased the volume until the microphone indicated an SPL of roughly 94 decibels. I also noted the volume setting in Windows it took to achieve that volume level. I'll pull up the table with the results now. This is actually pretty surprising to me. The SA500 might be the most powerful dongle DAC amp that I've tested to date. Power draw in use is not great compared to the Hittiz's S8 Pro Robin or the Moondrop Dawn Pro, but it's not the worst that I've ever tested. Thankfully, it does look like there is a pretty decent idle mode implementation for when the SA500 isn't being fed a signal. I'm happy to say that I haven't noticed any issues with heat management with the SA500. In my experience, it stays very cool to the touch, even after prolonged use. If you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. Let's talk about my sound impressions now. I compare all dongle DACs to my reference DAC, the Colorfly CDA M2. The CDA M2 is more than double the price of the SA500, but doing my comparisons this way gives me a good idea of where cheaper devices are falling short. These are going to be sighted impressions switching back and forth between the two, and there was a delay of a second or two when switching between the devices. I volume matched the CDA M2 and the SA500 to within 0.3 dB and used the IO Audio Volare with a custom EQ preset as the transducer. As I've mentioned before, my personal opinion is that in most cases the differences between competently designed sources are going to be pretty minor and not necessarily going to be apparent under uncontrolled testing conditions. As far as the differences I do notice, I think that the SA500 has a thicker, more impactful low end, but in my opinion, the bass response on the CDA M2 is more controlled and has more resolution and texture. I actually prefer the SA500's mid-range presentation over the CDA M2's, although this may be more due to its overall tonal balance rather than the mid-range itself. While the SA500 does have excellent mid-range clarity and instrument separation for its price point, it also has a less exaggerated treble response compared to the CDA M2, which allows the mid-range to stand out more. Male vocals and mid-range instrumentation seem to have a little bit more warmth and body on the SA500 as compared to the CDA M2 as well. While the SA500 is also a very resolving dongle, the M2 is less rolled off in the uppermost registers, although it honestly sounds a little bit less neutral and realistic in comparison. The CDA M2 definitely has a little bit of extra upper treble energy. I don't hear a huge difference between the two in terms of instrument separation. To wrap this up, the Sonic Memory SA500 is a surprisingly powerful and resolving option for budget-conscious audiophiles looking for a well-built DAC amp with a neutral sound signature. Especially at its current sale price, it's hard to beat the SA500's combination of power, clarity, and neutrality. Until next time, this is Bedrock Reviews, signing off.